In this exercise, you're going to lay down on the floor, grab yourself a bit of a pillow, something to place your head on. We're going to lay down, place the pillow, place the head on the pillow. Arms are nice and straight here. My legs are slightly bent together, and from here, we're going to try to open up all the way to the side. We're keeping those legs together. So I'm trying to place that shoulder onto the ground and then come back. So again, breathe in, breathe out, all the way there, and come back. Good, just make sure you don't hold your breath. So there's a tendency to do that. So try to make sure you try to get that shoulder towards the ground. If you're here, that's all right. Breathe in at the end of range. Hold for 2 seconds, breathe out. A little further, and again, come back again to the start position. We're going to do a few more repetitions. Good. Now we're going to switch to the other side. And again, arms nice and straight, legs slightly bent, and we're going to move for 1 minute. Go. So from here, open up towards the sky, extend, so you try to reach as much as possible, keep those knees together, and place that shoulder on the ground. And back. Breathe in, and breathe out. Big reach. If you're finding that position is tight, breathe in at the end of range, hold for 2 seconds, and open up. Don't worry if you can't get to the full range yet, it will come with the time. Going to do a few more. And back. And rest. Next element we're going to do on all four. So in that position, we're going to start here, and again for 1 minute, we're going to round it back as much as possible towards the ceiling, and then breathe out and drop that spine towards the floor, keeping your arms nice and straight. So back and forth, try to round back that and back to the floor. So again, remember, don't hold your breath, move nice and slow. There's tendency to bend those arms. Keep your arms nice and locked. Tuck your pelvis under, chin to your chest, and other way around. Try to go through as big range of movement as possible. But we're going to do 2 more. 1. And 1 more. Nice. Good. Next movement we're going to work on will be on the floor. You're going to lay down. You can grab the pillow for comfort as well from here. We're going to place it underneath the head, and from here, wide, arms nice and wide. And from here, we'll keep the knees together, and for 1 minute, we're going to keep the shoulders where they are. So we're twisting the lower part of our body there. So make sure that those shoulders are staying on the ground. And the same to the other side. Big twist. So don't try to reach the ground just for the sake of reaching and then your shoulder comes off. So try to make sure that shoulders are on the ground, and you're twisting as much as possible to each side. I'm pivoting on my heels. A few more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Gonna do 2 more. One last one. Good, and rest. The next one we're gonna do from here, we're gonna do it on all 4 position again. So we're gonna start on all 4 here, and from that position, I'm gonna try to get that shoulder towards the ground as much as possible. So let's get ready from here. So now from there, for 1 minute, try to reach as far as you can. That arm is bending, and try to place that shoulder on the ground, and then from here, come back up, and the same on the other side. Good, so you try to reach as far as possible and place that shoulder on the ground. Good. Don't worry if you cannot get as far as I do, so you can go, even going here is good because you're twisting that spine quite nicely. So you can do whatever you can do. Make sure you don't hold your breath, and sometimes if that position feels good, you can stay in that position for a little longer. One more. And rest. In this exercise, we're going to start sitting on the bench or edge of the bed or chair, and we're going to move for 1 minute. So from here, I want you to extend the spine forward as much as possible. Extend, extend, extend there, and from here, we're going to breathe out. We're going to slowly curl the spine as much as possible towards the floor. Make sure you have enough space here to place your hands in between your legs, and from here, we're going to uncurl that spine all the way up, all the way up. And again, this way, so chest proud as much as possible. There should be no pain present. From here, breathe out again, and nice and slowly. So take your time. We're going to move through that. 20 seconds to go from here, all the way up. And again, so make sure you don't hold your breath. So once you find the end of your range there, breathe in, breathe out, go a little bit deeper. You try to curl the spine as much as possible through those 2 positions. Last one. In this exercise, we're going to move the spine from side to side. We're going to do a sideways bend. So from here, we're going to try to place that elbow or hand onto the ground and keep that hip on the bench and reach to one side, or just simply bend to one side. So from here, from left to right, and again, breathe in, breathe out. Make sure that hips are not coming off the bench, and just going to move with me from left to right, from left to right there. If you're finding that this is really hard for you, you can just place your hands on your chest and try to bend just as much as possible, let's say to here, and come back, as long as that hip's staying on the bench. We're in a good position from here. And again, after a while you can open up, the range will open up, and you'll be able to move a little bit more in those positions. So again, make sure that hips are on the bench from here. So again, if it feels good, you can reach further with that hand from left to right. In this exercise, we're going to start from standing, and from here, for 1 minute, we're going to go from that position, nice and slowly, all the way down, all the way down. So we can bend your legs, doesn't matter. So do whatever you need to do to touch the floor. The aim is to round it back as much as possible and stand all the way up to standing. From here, you're going to place your hands on your hips and try to push those hips forward to curl the spine out of the way. So you're looking at the horizon. And from here again, chin to your chest. Try to melt that spine. Try to round the spine as much as possible. And again here, you can bend those legs from here. And again, from here all the way just in my heels. I'm trying to round my lower back as much as possible there. Come back to standing. Push the hips, look at the horizon. Chest nice and proud. And from here we're going to do one more. Chin to your chest. Bend those legs. All the way down, touch the ground. And from here come back to standing again. Last time here. Good. And rest. So the last exercise we're going to do, it will be twisting the spine from side to side. So from here we're going to stand a little bit with the shoulders slightly wider, with your legs slightly wider than your shoulders. And from here we're going to be bending the spine and reaching to the left and to the right. Okay, so for 1 minute you're going to reach. So I'm moving my hips to one side and try to reach as far as possible there. And from here the same on the other side. From left to right. From here, try to bend that spine standing and reach to one side to try to open up that side nicely. Good. Make sure you don't hold your breath. Good, nice and slow. Take your time from side to side. Sometimes if it feels good, you can stay in that position quite nicely. So breathe in and breathe out here. So again, I have the weight in my heels from side to side. I'm going to do a few more. And one last one. And rest.